Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 162 of the Holding Kourt podcast. Today, we're doing a special Valentine's Day couples edition episode, and we're answering your questions, no matter how bizarre they are. All coming up right now on Holding Kourt.
Bum 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 bum.
Hey there, Valentine.
Thought you weren't gonna let me in. Thought you had a different Valentine, you know?
You never know. It's always possible. Keep you on your toes.
My attempt at wearing a pink shirt is apparently way lighter of a pink than yours, so it looks like I'm in a white tee.
It's true. It's okay, though. We'll allow it. I appreciate the effort, at the very least. I do think you kind of probably knew this was coming, that we were going to start the episode with a little listener poll situation on the tater tot incident.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Okay.
I didn't, Justin. I didn't. So let me set the stage, if I may, if you'll allow me to share this story.
You wouldn't even like give me any details of what actually happened because I was on a phone call. So please, I would love to hear this too.
Okay. So we walk over to grab lunch in our neighborhood, this little cafe, sitting outside. Very relaxing, very nice. I order a salad and a cup of soup. Nice combo. And Justin orders a chicken fajita plate, basically just diced chicken breast and peppers and onions.
Yeah, I made my own order, kind of.
Yeah, big protein guy. And it comes with a side, but I think it was mashed potatoes. And you said just bring out tater tots.
Yeah.
Or am I accurate?
You're accurate.
And you said, I'm honestly not even going to have hardly any tater tots. And I said,
time out.
You said, I'm probably going to have 4 of them.
I'm going to check you. You said, wow, that would have been a really clean meal for you if you didn't order the tater tots. And I said, I'm probably going to have 4 of them.
Because you've been really good. No bread and eating a lot of protein, upped your egg count in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wasn't that far off, but honestly, their tater tots are fire.
They are.
Moving right along. So I crush my salad to the point where I'm scraping every last bit into my mouth. Finished my soup. It was so good. And you finished all of your chicken. And you set your plate. It couldn't be further off the corner of the table.
I put it as far away from me as I could so I wouldn't just fill the time by picking at the tater tots.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I am going to now enjoy my Coke Zero. You got me a side of barbecue sauce because I was going to have a couple tots because you weren't going to finish all of them. So I have a little side plate with my meal, or maybe it was my salad plate. And I count out 8 tater tots, which was going to be how many tater tots I was going to do.
Here's your ration.
Which is so funny because I go to In-N-Out and I get 2 fries and my body is not a temple, but
yeah, but those are just
good.
Potatoes fried. I mean,
I was trying to be good.
They're probably not great for you, but they're probably not that bad for you.
Yeah. And after vacation, you try to lock in. And so I am just one by one enjoying these tater tots and sipping my Coke Zero. And it is a beautiful experience. And I'm down to my last 3 tater tots.
There's 4.
There was 3. And Justin's been on the phone. So he is just, I don't even remember who you were talking to.
I was on a business call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just see him reach onto my plate.
Wait, can I rewind again?
Please.
So yes, I set my plate as far away from me as I could. So I didn't just aimlessly start.
Mindlessly. Aimlessly? Sure.
Whatever. Just not thinking about it, grabbing tots. And I was on this call having a conversation and I didn't realize that the girl came and cleaned our table. So she took the plate.
Leaving only the tots and the Coke Zero.
She did me a huge favor by taking the plate covered in tater tots out of my sight. But I didn't know it was gone. And I'm still in this call and I'm talking. And I look up and I'm like, what the heck? And then I look on your plate and I'm like, oh, there's the tater tots. I
What?
didn't know you specifically rationed out 8 tater tots. I thought you crushed all the tater tots.
Do you know how many tater tots were on your plate that you
At least
discarded?
60.
A 1,000. So the fact that you mistook my side plate and tiny ration of tots is ridiculous.
Well, so
Okay,
I
so I
mid
just
mid
see
call.
this
Okay, go.
like just claw come across, and I was like, and he just goes to put it in my mouth, and I'm like,
In my mouth, not your mouth.
in your
I go to
mouth.
put it in my
I
mouth.
wish you put it in my mouth. And
That's a soundbite.
and I went into Bo toddler mode, and I was like, "No, no, 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 no." And you were like, "What the?"
I was still on the phone, so she wasn't like yelling it at me. She was like under her breath, like, no, 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 no. And I was like, what is happening right now? Like, I don't know what's going on. Like,
I
why are you?
just imagine, because I'm a bag fry girl. I'm a last bite. I look forward to simple joys in my life like most people do. And I just imagine the final bite of your meal being torn. I mean, think about when they go to clean your plates, they go to bust the table at a restaurant and you're not done. They'll do that sometimes with a cocktail and you have a sip left. I will say I'm going to finish that. Or if there's one more bite, no, I'm not done yet. And some people are
Yep.
like, "Oh, they took my plate." No, I will literally have you do the dad whistle across the restaurant if I'm not done.
Yeah, you're getting a top of the hand smack. If you go for a Kourt's drink and there's a sip left, she's gonna, hey.
Well, there's still more in it. And they're just pushers sometimes on another drink. And I still had plenty in my glass. But I was not well when you took my final tots. And
Clearly.
then you set them down. I'm like, you know what? Just take them. Because at that point, and you're like, no, I don't want them. You were insane. You just looked at me like I was absolutely crazy. And I just want to know how you all feel and the reasons why you agree with my side in the tater tot incident. Looking back,
You should have just ordered your own tater tots.
why would I order? You had a plethora of tots. You had so many tots. Plenty for both of us.
I mean, at the end of the day, you did me a favor. I didn't want to eat the tots, and you smacked them out of my hand verbally, and I didn't eat them. So thank you.
Moving on to questions of why we are the best couple on the planet and why everyone should look to us for advice on how to stay married for all of these years.
Okay.
Question number one.
I was like,
I put on my
I
Instagram.
thought you froze.
I'm glitching. I'm just laughing that now we're segueing into giving information and advice about our relationship and our
if
marriage.
you can get past our arguments over tater tots, then we're the couple for
We made
you.
it past the paper shredder incident, and people that have been long-time listeners know how tough that one was for me to swallow.
Yep.
And in that situation, I was right too. Number one.
You're the wife. You're always right.
What's the number one thing you love that I do for you?
What's the number one thing that I love
Marriage-wise.
that you do?
What's the number two thing you love that I do for you? Assuming I know number one.
I just think you always show up. You're always there. You're always down for whatever our crazy life throws at us. And it's not always perfect. It's not always pretty. It doesn't always happen seamlessly. But at the end of the day, you're always down to go and pick up and pack up and find a way to get it done and make it work.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think since this was posed to Justin / Kourtney, I will piggyback on that. I would say in that same, like sticking in that same theme, the things that you do to try to make things as seamless as possible, especially this past year, having Bo traveling with us, like always making sure we were taken care of. And even to the point where you feel bad because you're obviously so busy and you're working all day and you're traveling, but we were still in the front of your mind. And you're always like, okay, you guys are set up here. Like, this is da 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 da. Just going above and beyond, knowing that, it is challenging traveling now with him and getting to all the cities, but doing your best to make it easier on us. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, I try to get ahead of as much stuff. So I think everything for me is to try to take stuff off your plate, because I never know when you're going to start a book club. I never know when you're going to have your podcast, or you are very active and love to like fly by the seat of your pants. And so the more stuff I can take off your plate, I think the easier it is for you to be able to go out and not only be a mom with Bo and go do fun stuff with him, but also to do all the fun things that you still want to do as Kourtney.
I have a funny story. Everyone was posting those Chat GPT images where I guess you would ask Chat GPT, does Chat GPT have a name? Am I supposed to have a name for my person?
I don't know. I don't really use it that much.
Oh, okay. Well, I said you're supposed to say, create a cartoon of me, of my job and the things I enjoy doing.
Oh,
And Chat
this is funny.
GPT, this dick, comes back and says, "Oh, I'd love to do that for you. There's one problem. I don't know your job." And I was like, "Wow, sick." Even though I honestly think it was a glitch and I wasn't logged in. And so the history of us chatting and knowing about everything that I do
Right.
wasn't there, but it was a nice humbling moment. I will say another thing I love that you do for me, because you know that it causes extreme anxiety, is canceling my dental appointments or my doctor appointments if needed.
I
Doing
think
the things that freak me out and give me anxiety and taking those off my plate. So same theme, but things that are, you love making a phone call and you're not afraid of a phone call, even a confrontation phone call. You have to call someone out on something. The phone starts ringing. I'm like, wait, 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 wait. We didn't even, and you're like, what are you afraid of? We're just going to have a conversation with this person. So commend you for that.
I answer 99% of your phone calls
Yeah.
when I'm here.
No, I'm just afraid they're going to yell
But
at me.
the irony in me answering your phone calls is that you sit right next to me and then you
Micromanage the phone call.
micromanage the entire phone call. And I'm like, why didn't you just answer the phone?
Like, why didn't you say that? Wait, say this. I'm writing you notes and I'm passing
I'm like,
post-its across the
just
table.
why don't you just say it?
Well, once I know it's okay and I'm not going to get in trouble, then I'm there to give
Well,
feedback.
okay. What if you are going to get in trouble and they're like, no, we need to talk to
I've
Kourtney.
left the room. When it's a conversation where I think something's not going to be good, I go and hide because I don't want to hear it. And you attest to that.
Yep.
Seriously.
Pretend it didn't happen.
Okay. Next question. How have the romantic dates changed since Bo? And there's another question. How do you fit date nights in? And I know I've talked about having a nanny on the podcast before. I'm sure some people don't agree with it in our situation. And I was even resistant to it at first. And you know that. I was just thinking I wouldn't be able to trust someone. I wouldn't have someone that would do things the way that I wanted them done, and I would have a hard time with it. And so for the first, I don't know, 6 months, my mom was there for a bit, 5 months? First 5 months, it was a lot of pride of, okay, I can do this. You got traded. I can move. We can do all this. And my mom was there, not discrediting her help or anything, but having someone there. And I just think for me personally, it is just a game changer in our situation. I think it makes us better parents because I think there's just someone there supporting everything and just making things easier. I don't know. I'm sure people, I don't know, not agree with that, but I think for us to be able to do, I mean, Bo's napping right now, but the podcast, for us to be able to go on date nights, for, I don't know, for me to run off to Chicago for a night and go watch the Bears. I think it's just made things easier. And it's not like, oh, we're dumping our kid. Like, we're with him. Like, when I'm traveling with you, she's there. And if we go to the zoo, like I'm there with him. It's just an extra support. So it's just nice to have. And I think it definitely makes me better. And I think allows me to be more present with him. And just overall, I think it's just the best thing for us.
So is your answer that we have a nanny? That's your
Yeah, like how do you fit date nights in? I mean, there's no like
right.
other you can have a sitter. Like my mom's watched him when we went
Yeah.
to the Dolphins game, I think last year. And then what did we do? We had something else where families watched him, but I just think that there's no other way. I mean, we've brought him to Valentine's Day
I was
last
gonna
year. We
say,
brought him to dinner with us, and New Year's Eve he came out to dinner with us. We definitely bring him with, but now that he wants to run around, it's a little more challenging
yeah,
for
but
sure.
it's still fine, and we just kind of like tag team it, right? Like we get to a restaurant, and he doesn't always want to just sit there
Yeah.
for a long period of time. So I'll give you my order, and I'll grab them, and we'll go walk around and check out the restaurant or go outside and walk around, and then you'll let me know when the food gets in, and we'll come and sit him down. And once he's sitting down and has food in front of him, like it's fine. Like the kid is a tank. He crushes food.
He's actually been really good at restaurants, and I
Yeah,
wanna knock on because I know you're never supposed to not brag, but, like, compliment a situation like sleep and all of that, but it's actually been way better at being occupied in places and at restaurants and just, yeah, doing well.
yeah. So we, it's not always just like we get to sit down with Bo and sit there for an hour, hour and a half dinner, and he doesn't move and is a little angel. Like sometimes you have to take him, sometimes I have to take him, walk him around, keep him occupied until the food gets there. And then once the food's there, he's great. And we eat. And then, one of us takes him again and the other one waits for the bill, and we meet outside. So that's kind of how we do date nights with a Bo.
Tag team. He's been to it's always funny because you sit down what's our place in New York we love? Avra,
Abra. Yeah.
and he's been there a couple times with us, and I don't know, he's got his little hair slicked and he's got his nice shirt on and he comes in the restaurant and you could just see some people around are like, "Ugh, this kid's gonna be a nightmare." And then I feel like by the end of dinner, they're like, "Oh, hi, buddy. Like you were so good. We didn't even know you were here. You're a little angel." And he wins everyone over, but it's
He's
probably the same.
socially, he's definitely more me. 1000%.
He's the mayor. He's so social. And
He
it's
says
always
hi to everyone. He waves to everyone. He blows kisses to everyone.
I know. And it's always funny because I'm the sometimes avoider of social interactions with people I don't know. And he will just go up to anyone. And so but he's also a good buffer because he's always gonna be doing something, and that's the
Right.
awkward say hi or say this, say good morning. So he's like a little sidekick that'll help me with that in situations.
Yeah.
But no, I think I can't say I mean, it's obviously different because he's there with us, but I still feel like he comes with us and we've done some solo date nights for sure, but
Hmm.
I think majority he goes with us to dinner. Like that's kinda the plan, and it's nice, and I still enjoy it. Obviously, it looks different, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Find a way.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, fitting it in, I think if it's just the 2 of us, obviously, having someone to watch him is nice, but
Right.
then I feel like we end up just looking at pictures of him and missing him.
Well, Karina comes with us to dinner sometimes, which is great too, because
Yeah.
then we can get the order in and get everything done. And she's so good at making up games out of nothing and keeping them occupied. And
Yeah.
um, yeah,
I
so
will say the worst is going to dinner if we do go or going like when we were just in Cabo, like he was down there with us, but we'd go to dinner and then by the time dinner's over, he's already in bed. So those are the worst when you don't get that
right.
final good night or the post bath time
Yeah.
and it's on a FaceTime, but we do our best.
Well, I guess that's the hard part is like the selfishness when
Mm,
he goes through his whole nighttime routine and everything's done and he's ready for bed, and you want to go in and say goodnight to him.
you
But
messed up
then
the other night.
but as soon as you go in and say goodnight to him, like he gets upset because he wants you to stay. And then so like that's where
He's a big
Like
dad guy right now.
the selfishness is like selfishly, I want to go in there and give him a big hug, but also I don't want to like
They're off his
throw off
routine.
his
Yeah.
routine and keep him up for another hour, and then he doesn't get a good night's sleep. So I don't know. I think that's where you kind of learn your lessons as a parent. Like, okay, I mean, there's never going to be anything on the planet that's going to be worth more than giving him a big hug and a kiss. But at the same time, you know, if he's already doing good and ready to go down, I'm like, okay, I don't want to like go in there and throw a wrench in this whole evening and have him be upset. Especially like you said, he's in a huge like dada mode right now, and
Obsessed.
it's
It's
pretty wild.
obsessed. There's no other way to put it. I thought it would start later in life, but it's actually crazy. I get it. I get it. Big fan too. And the same theme. What is our perfect dinner menu?
Perfect dinner menu. Well, there has to be some sort of like hamachi and oyster combo as a
Starter. Love
starter.
that.
Kourtney always loves a good salad with a balsamic.
Yeah, vinaigrette.
Yeah. Um, Depending on the restaurant, we will look at the soup menu. Like if we're at my favorite little Mexican restaurant called Casa Vega, like I'm 1000% ordering a bowl of albondigas. And then
The dairy limits the soup in most restaurants because it's
yeah,
always a bisque or a
yeah.
chowder or something. So
And then I'm always kind of a big steak guy, so if there's steak, I'm doing it. If it's like a seafood route, I usually lean on branzino. And then if it's a pasta, it's some sort of meat sauce.
bolognese.
Bolognese, yeah.
Hold the dairy.
That's me. Sorry, I didn't mean to speak for you.
No, that's perfect. I think I would say the same. Oysters to start. Salad, depending if they'll do a half size. I don't want to fill up on salad. I don't want to waste time there. Definitely a smaller steak. I will ask for A1. I don't care if you're a fancy steakhouse. I will be asking for it and you will have it because you do. And I don't mind the looks because it's the best. And normally we'll do a side of fries because why not? Or some sauteed spinach.
Yeah.
And then
I'm a big
dessert.
Brussels guy. I like Brussels.
Dessert is tough because we don't do dairy. It's always sorbet. And if there's a lemon sorbet, I'm all in. Not a big mango, raspberry. So
Yeah. I
but
think our biggest issue is if we go to like Casa Vega, for example, the chips and salsa get
I eat
crushed.
5.
And then we eat way too
Yeah.
much of that, and then it makes us not want to eat the rest of our meal. If we go to a seafood or Italian place, the sourdough and olive oil combo is
Off the
so
charts.
delicious.
I know. I have to say no bread. Don't
we
even
have
bring
to
it.
like tell them like don't even bring it because we'll
Crush it.
we'll crush it, and then it kind of ruins the rest of the courses.
I agree. Who is the better gift giver? And who is more thoughtful with gifts? I think it's probably could be the same thing.
No, I think you're 1000% more like thoughtful and creative in your gifts.
I think I've fallen off on the creative gifts. I will say when we were first dating, and even the first few anniversary marriage gifts, because they always have the traditional gifts and the modern gifts for depending on the year. I used to be way more, I got to get back to it because I am definitely creative and I'm definitely thoughtful and I pride myself on that. But I used to do scavenger hunts with gifts and all these surprise things. And now I think as we've been married longer, I get more practical gifts. Oh, Justin mentioned he would like a nice coat for when we go to events or da da da. Okay, let me find this coat. Okay, he needs shoes. He has these few outfits. He needs these shoes. So let me get these shoes. So it's more intentional gift giving, which I don't think is any less thoughtful. I think I do like useful gifts. When gifts are just, I don't know. I think that's important that they're being used and they're not just for show. But I think I used to be better.
No, I think you're so great. We just like this year for our anniversary, we were in the middle of moving out of our house in Chicago to come down here. So like we
We had
didn't
to
even
celebrate
we
later.
didn't
Yeah.
even really celebrate our anniversary or get like the gifts that we usually do. But you're you're a lot more thoughtful in that stuff than me. I'm very practical. I love giving gifts. I love getting you stuff, but a lot of it is very like very practical.
We do love this is not a plug. It's going to sound like a plug. The Giftful app
Yes.
for, I think my sister found this years ago, but you can have a profile in there and you can actually just have an ongoing gift thing. And I think it's good for Christmas with like family or extended family, or if you have kids, they can just upload a link on there and you can put your size, because I always said, I feel like people should just have this. You know how we have Postable to keep all of our addresses? I feel like everyone's sizes, shoe sizes, everything should just be on Postable too, because sometimes you see something and you want to get it for a random friend and you have to say, hey, what shoe size are you?
Right.
That kind of ruins it because then they're thinking, oh, I'm about to get a pair of shoes in the mail. But on Giftful, it's nice because you can put in what you want and all that. And yeah, it obviously takes the fun out of gift giving. But if there's people where you're like, I have no idea what you want, you can at least go off of that list
Let
and
me
kind of
give
figure
you
it out.
yeah, let me give you a little more context on Giftful though. Like you put your stuff on there. So Kourtney loads up whatever she likes, like this makeup, this um watch, this jacket, right? And the exact size, everything she wants. When I go on to her Giftful, we can be like, oh, she likes this, she likes this, she likes this. I can order it straight from there. And then it gets marked off her Giftful that I got it for her. But she doesn't know. She won't see that
Yeah, it's
anyone bought
nice.
it for her. So it's not like it's telling the person that someone bought it for her.
Yeah, it's not like a
Right.
wedding
Right.
registry where it
So
sends you an
I mean,
email.
there is still some element of surprise to it, but
True.
it's very helpful. And I'm a huge fan of it. And I think everyone should just have a year-round giftful, and someone can go on there and be like, man, this person did something really nice for me. I want to get something for them. And you can pop on their giftful and be like, oh my God, they want this ice maker. Like totally gonna
Normalize
right.
having a giftful.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's a little, I don't know,
No, I
tacky,
love it.
but
I think even just for sizing and all that. I will say back to the thoughtfulness, your cards. I think you lock yourself into your office and I don't know how long you write them, but sometimes I'm the girl driving on the way to the birthday and we're pulling up and parking and I am writing someone's birthday card. That is not you. You sit down and you are present and it shows. And I know I tell you that all the time, but I think it needs to be said that you are
thank you.
a thoughtful card message writer. I think we're at the point in our marriage where we've given each other, like, we're going to start to give the same cards unless what is it? What's the ones we do? Papyrus or
Right.
Hallmark
Right.
updates and starts getting new ones. Cause sometimes I'll read one and think, have I given him this one before? They're all saved in a scrapbook box, but they're getting a little repetitive. But you don't really care about the message because you're writing a beautiful one every holiday. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is have you ever made Justin wear a Bears jersey during intimacy? Left field. No. I don't
Like, I mean, they think that you should
like
like
role playing you
hope that
as
I'm a
like,
Bears player. Like,
yeah.
well,
No.
you're like,
And vice versa. I
can you
haven't
throw
worn
on
one.
this Colston Loveland jersey?
How many girls are requesting that in Chicago right
I
now?
heard
It'd be
he's got a
crazy.
girlfriend. There's a rumor he's got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Sad, lot
Dreams are dashed.
of sad Bears
I
fans.
don't think he should have a girlfriend right now. I think he should
Well,
enjoy himself in Chicago.
I'm sure he's having a lot of fun.
No, that I haven't. So thanks for the idea. I'll float it
Yeah.
around. There were a few questions about our first kiss. Do you remember our first kiss?
Our first kiss. Oh man. SLS.
We were playing a game of pool.
I think we've talked about it on here before. We were playing a game of strip pool
Yeah. I don't know how that came to be.
in the lobby.
Well, it wasn't really the lobby. So in the SLS, if it still exists, I don't think anyone stays there anymore.
No,
I think
I don't know.
it was like a one-off boutique hotel stay that
The Mets used
when
to
you
stay there, but I don't think they stay
yeah,
there
when you were at the
anymore.
Mets. And every floor kind of had a lobby area. We weren't in the lobby. It was the landing outside the elevator, right?
Yeah, it wasn't the main floor lobby. It
Yeah.
was on our floor, but there was like a whole like common area with a pool table and chairs.
I remember playing
They have it
pool
on every floor.
with one of your teammates, and my friend was there too. And
Well, they were not
they were
really
not
there.
playing pool, but they were sitting with us.
Right.
And yeah, I don't think either of us stripped though. There may
No.
have been like a shoe that came off.
No.
I'm a pool shark, so I don't think you were gonna get me anywhere you wanted me to go.
I probably was trying to let you in.
We're both just
Yeah.
making all the shots. Yeah, so I think I was sitting on the edge of the pool table.
Yeah, that was the second night we hung out.
Yeah. Wow. What a lady.
Mhm.
Stay classy, Kourt. Stay classy.
How romantic.
So romantic. There you have it, guys.
All right.
Like the exclusive. And then a few questions about our first date, which I feel like that's tricky. Our first proper date, because we hung out. I feel like I've told the story a million times, but I met you in LA, but you were on an away series playing against the Dodgers when you were on the Mets. And you were there for Thursday through Sunday. I think you flew out late because you
Mhm.
stayed at your parents' house. And so we met on Thursday night. And then I think we
No,
hung out
we met Wednesday night.
Wednesday night and we
Oh.
hung out again
Saturday.
Saturday night. And then Sunday night, I went to your
Mhm.
parents' house.
Yeah.
Showed up with a pack of Coors Light.
She did walk in with a
What up?
30 rack of Coors Light.
Hey, look at us now. Ladies, take notes. I popped into the 7-Eleven and thought, can't show up empty-handed. What do guys drink? It worked. You guys crushed them. You and your friends were over there.
He had an off day the next day, so
Yeah, no, off day. Completely fine. And so we hung out. Obviously, we went and grabbed drinks and played pool. And the next night went over to your parents' house and hung out. But first proper date wasn't until I came to New York, but it would have been you guys were going to San Diego like a month and a half later, and then I came out to New York in September, and you took me to a Broadway production of dun,
Rock
dun,
of
dun, dun, Rock of
Ages.
Ages. What better show if you were a guy that doesn't want to admit that they love Broadway like you do? You love Broadway, but
I like going to the shows with you.
no, other guys were
They did
going on
good.
your team.
The funny thing about this story is that we tell it more often, not because it was our first official date, but we tell it more often because Chris Young, who is now the president of the Texas Rangers and is like 7'1", was sitting right behind us with his wife. And he is, I mean, if you've ever been to one of the Broadway theaters in New York,
This was a smaller one too.
they're small and they were built for small people.
Yes.
And it's stadium seating. And we turn around to say hi to Chris and his wife. And I'm telling you, his
It's like
knees,
knees to ears.
like
It was
his
unbelievable.
knees were like up here next to his
Like
face.
Kat Toffoli could have kicked her feet and stretched out and felt like she was having a spa day. Chris, not the same.
It was, I don't know how he made it through this whole show sitting like that. I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna be so locked up tomorrow.
Yeah, but it was a good show.
Yeah, that was our first
It's
date.
like 80s
She gave me shit though. She gave me shit for it. Like, I can't believe you brought me on a first date and there's like
strippers.
hookers and strippers dancing around. I'm like, it's a musical.
He's
They kept
like,
it
it's
classy.
culture.
Yeah. That, I mean, you have to admit, like, the playlist was fire.
No, it was great. But it's exactly the show if you are a guy and you don't enjoy.
What do you call it? It's not a playlist. The music. You call it playlist in a musical?
It's like the oh my gosh, why am I blanking on what you would call
or
it?
whatever. The
song
song
list.
the song list was
There's a name.
insane.
There's a name, but I'm blanking on it. No, it was good. It was cute. I think we actually went. Is that the night we went to dinner?
Yeah, we probably went to
Yeah, I went to Tao or something before. Or
No,
no, STK.
STK. We went to STK,
Yeah.
Midtown.
But what a cute New York trip. I loved it.
Yeah, that's fun.
There's so much to say about that first trip,
It was a
but
good date.
another day. Do you have a favorite Valentine's Day memory or what your favorite Valentine's Day has been so far?
Well, last year I think going to Valentine's Day with Bo with us was a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
when we talked about it on the podcast, but it was the first time we got put in the kids section. So
we walk in the restaurant and we've been to this restaurant many times and I didn't know that they had a back patio.
Yeah.
A punishment room. And it was being utilized for everyone that showed up with their kids.
Yep.
And so we were in the back. It was very hot. It was an enclosed space and they had heaters going. It was remember just being very stuffy.
Right.
And it was one of the first times, truthfully, that Bo did not sleep through dinner.
Yeah.
We used to bring him in his car seat because he would fall asleep on the way and he would stay asleep for most dinners we went to. And this was the first one that he was up and at him. So,
I mean, I think literally 3 nights before that, we went to dinner at Katsuya and he slept through the whole thing.
Yeah. So it was the first one where we're like, okay, whole new world now.
Whole new world.
In the kids section.
Yeah.
No, that was sweet. I'm trying to think of other ones. I remember the first one when I came out, I think to spring training with you. With
in
the
New York.
Mets,
Yeah.
When you were in Port St. Lucie. And you set up a whole spa day for me. That was so sweet. You're so thoughtful.
I don't remember where we went to dinner though. There's not a lot of places in Port St. Lucie. So
I just feel like it's always it is always the start of spring training. So it's always just a nice dinner to wrap up the off season.
We might have actually done, I don't know if this was actually Valentine's Day, but we might have gone down to Fogo de Chao in Palm Beach. You remember that?
I remember that.
I don't know if it was
I think
Valentine's
that was when
Day
you were
not,
on the IL.
Maybe. I don't know.
You hurt your hamstring at the end of that last year.
Right.
I think that was one of those nights because I remember that.
Yeah.
You might be right. I don't think that was Valentine's Day though. But yeah, I feel like it's always a nice dinner, mostly in Arizona, and it's always a cheers to.
I think the Arizona one that stands out the most was the Steak 44 when they crammed 47 tables into that one little room.
We were
and it literally looked like we were on a speed date show.
We were sardines.
The tables were so close.
You felt like you were dating the person to your left and to your right.
Crazy.
And they had balloons everywhere. It was, if you guys have seen the Sex and the City movie, the first one, when her and when Carrie and Miranda are out to Valentine's Day and they're the balloons are everywhere. That's what this was.
It felt like we were on a triple date because the tables were so close.
And then I remember we did a champagne cheers because I think they gave everyone champagne when you sat down. And I remember we're about to cheers and a fan walks over to you and said, I don't want to interrupt, but I just have to tell you I'm a huge fan. Can I get a photo? And we're thinking, you don't want to interrupt, but we were about to clink. Clink was already
it was the fan that yelled in Tiger's backswing and he stopped. We were about to go. And he's like, I hate to be the guy that interrupts. And it's well, you actually are.
No, we were, yeah. And then another Valentine's Day memory was in 2020, you got me my podcast equipment.
Oh, that's right.
As a Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah, here we are. Still going, still rolling.
So 6 years later.
Let's go.
Coming up on the anniversary of that. And then I didn't start it until I think it was St. Patrick's Day because it takes me a minute to get going. But
162 episodes. That's crazy.
I know. Still rocking and rolling. How do interactions go after a bad game or a bad day?
That is so easy. And we've talked about it. Or at least the bad game part. We get in the car and drive home and I say, okay, you have 3 questions.
That's every game.
And you get to ask me why did we do this? Why didn't you do that? What happened here? And then I say, okay, we're done with it. And usually you're not done with it, but I try to be.
Never done with it. I think I struggle more showing it than you. And I think it's maybe just you've done this your entire life and you're able to process something differently. You're able to turn the page. I remember big losses in playoffs and I'm thinking you guys are done. I just talked about it with Mary 2 weeks ago in the episode. when you guys were down in the Brave series, and you're just able to just say, we get a chance to play tomorrow, and this is not, the end, and we still get another shot. I think that's the best part about baseball. And like you look at other sports and it's not as forgiving with the one game in football and all that. But I think I have a harder time. And then I think if there's ever been a game where something happened with you, there was an error or something happened, I always struggle if not that it's never been your fault, but I always struggle wanting to defend you. I think I have a hard time letting people say whatever they want because a lot of times people on the internet have no idea what they're talking about, or they'll, just make some blanket statement about you. Oh, you suck. You haven't hit well since 2017. Da 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 da. Da. And it's like you want so bad to go on and defend and respond and all that. And I just have a really hard time letting things go and realizing that I'm never, unless I hire a skywriter over every city, I'm never going to convince everyone of what I want them to know. So I think I just have a hard time letting it go. Like that's the bottom line. I just have a really hard time.
I think you've grown a lot in over the years. I think in like when we first were dating, and if something bad happened in a game, by the time I made it out of the clubhouse to you, you had been sitting on Twitter for an hour, hour and a half, like scrolling and reading through a lot of negative stuff that was being said. So by the time I got to you and I was like ready to like get away from the field and turn the page on it, you were like full steam ahead.
Right.
Right. And then and part of it was I think you started blocking like words and phrases on Twitter, and then
Suck, awful,
yeah, and then
terrible.
you actually got rid of your Twitter for a while, which helped. And
I deleted the app.
yeah,
So for a minute.
yeah, which helps. So I mean, whether that's considered growing or just getting rid of the source, but you always, I mean, you pay attention to the game, so you always usually have pretty good questions, and your fingers usually right on the pulse for everything that happens. So
Yeah. I think it's also the worst sometimes when I don't know. I'm not gonna go down the road, but I think I just will look back on I'm just gonna go on a side rant. I'm like, don't do it. Uh I just don't want to look back like on your career when it's all done and think that I gave weight to those situations. And obviously I did, but I don't want that to be something that stands out. So I think that's how I try to shift is just be present, like be grateful for the next game, the next day, and just trust who you are as a player and that situation and know that there's always going to be people that in every situation
right.
aren't kind or don't know what they're talking about or a combination of the two. So
Well, I think the hard part too for you.
don't feed the trolls. Don't read the comments.
One last thing on this, and I'll let you get to the next question. Is
There's so
like
many.
everything is out of your control. Like you have zero ability to control
I'm not on the field.
any part of the outcome of the game. So it's easier for not only you but fans to dwell more on a single loss. Where I think in the room, like you lose a game, you obviously kind of decompress and you go through, whether it's in your head or through conversations, things that happened, things that could have been done better, why it happened, yada, yada, yada. And then the best way to give ourselves a chance to win the game tomorrow is to let it go and not to, you already decompressed, you've already thought about it, you already had the conversations. Like it's time to flush it, let it go, and you start preparing for the next day. Where I think that's a lot harder for fans. I think that's a lot harder for families and significant others because like you don't have a say in the next day either, right? So it's like I want to know why today happened and I want to hit every ounce of it. And it's like sometimes we're just like, look, like shit happens, we'll get them tomorrow. And that's why I think there's so many cliches in baseball and they're boring answers, but they're all of them have a lot of value in them
I agree with
when you
that.
actually like break them down.
I agree with that. I also think that things seem louder than they are too.
Yep.
Like you see 10 negative things and you think, oh my gosh, the whole city is talking about this.
Right.
When in reality, I was the biggest baseball fan before. Ooh.
Ooh.
I made the Cardinal. Okay.
He yelled at me to put my
I know. The thing is, we went
do not
over
disturb.
the do not disturb time.
Oh wow. Guess we better wrap it up.
No, so I think I was a big baseball fan before we met, and I wasn't watching every single game. So it's like you think that everyone is seeing every little
Right.
thing, but they're not. So
And usually it's the same 10 people every day that are
true. Or they have
being
multiple
negative.
accounts.
Yeah.
Who? Favorite couples movie. I don't know if this means like romantic movie or favorite movie we have as a couple. I think we have different favorite movies. So maybe favorite rom-com for you. Your
Well, being that
specialty.
it's Valentine's Day, I mean, I think that movie is
Valentine's Day.
yeah, it's a good
There's
one.
a lot of
We always
cameos
watch
in that movie.
we always watch it right around this time. It
See,
always
I
comes
could
on.
go rom-coms are my bread and butter. I could go on and on. I am a big Runaway Bride fan.
Mhm.
That's a huge one. I mean, Pretty Woman right there. Like that's that cast. It just I know it's the same there. What are the movies that I watch over and over? Save the Last Dance. That's a big one. A Walk to Remember I was talking about the other day.
I haven't watched that in a long time.
That's a good one. I don't even know.
What's the Christmas one that we watch all the time with Jack Black and the girls switch?
The Holiday.
The Holiday. Yeah. That one we talk about quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because we were like, that'd be so cool to just pick up and like go.
I know, and it's actually a thing.
Yeah.
Like a housing swap. I've seen people do it on Twitter now
Oh,
where
really?
they are putting their house up and showing it on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say Twitter? TikTok. I don't know what I said. And then someone says, "Oh, I live here. Do you want to swap?" And obviously you have to watch out for murderers,
It's
but
a little
I think
scary
it's like
nowadays. I don't know. I think it's
I know. I know. I don't know if you would have to if there's an app that would assume the liability of that, even if they did the proper vetting and all of that situation. I think you would have to know someone or know someone that studied abroad with someone, or there was some way to verify that they weren't going to murder you.
Yeah.
I think that's very fair. Do you have any other rom-coms to give us?
no.
Well, what's your favorite? You're saying you're ending on Valentine's Day? I'm looking at the
I'm
list
not
of top. Bull Durham is actually coming up as the top, the number
It's not
14
a rom-com.
rom-com of all time.
Oh my God.
It's not a rom-com?
No.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say, but it
She's
is
like
the
a
number
baseball
14.
groupie. Like,
Listen, the number 14 rom-com of all time on Rotten Tomatoes is
okay, what's number one? Pretty Woman?
no, it's gonna be an old-timey flick. Like it's an old black and white one. I don't
Okay.
know. Let me scroll up. We're running out of time. It is The Philadelphia Story from 1940. Has
Haven't seen it.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn, James Stewart movie.
Good cast. Haven't seen it.
The classic romantic comedy focus on Tracy Lord, a Philadelphia socialite who is split from her husband, and what ensues following. Maybe we'll watch that on Valentine's Day. People are gonna be like, "You haven't seen the Philadelphia Story?" That's
I haven't.
absurd.
Maybe if the Phillies sign me, I'll go watch it.
That would be the true Philadelphia Story. There's some funny ones on here that I don't think are rom-coms. So maybe I'm with you on that being like improperly categorized, but
Four Christmases. That's my favorite.
that is a good one. That is a good one. Yeah. I don't know. Give me a rom-com any day of the week. Give me a Lifetime, a Hallmark. I love it. What treat do you love receiving from the other? They said candy, chips, Starbucks. If you were heading home from the field and you were to pick something up for me, what would be something I would love? Where do I begin?
For you? Me
I
pick up
love
for you?
I love a little treat. So I even had in my vows that I will always be down
For a Taco Bell
for
run.
a Taco Bell run. And I think you were doing some descriptors of me in your vows. And at one point you said my McNugget loving wife.
Yeah.
So give me a treat. I'm into matcha lately, so that would excite me. I will never argue with a bag of salt and vinegar chips.
Man, I'm trying to think like
I love the pickled sausage is give me that from the gas station. I'm just thinking of gas station treats, but I guess they mean candy. What? You can't knock the pickled sausage. It's so good.
I mean, since
It's not
I
a normal
before
God-given color, but
before the non-dairy, I was like the biggest Reese's guy. But now I just eat the Justin.
see, that's the next question. Favorite Valentine's Day treat? They're Reese's Hearts.
Yeah.
And the
The hearts and
trees.
the trees and the yeah.
So the trees are the worst ones because there's more of the edges, but the big flat pumpkins and the Easter eggs,
Yeah.
they make a plant-based one now, I think with oat milk, and it's
Hmm.
pretty good.
I haven't tried it.
But it's not in the holiday form, at least that I've seen. But the oat milk, because that's another one on here, is chocolate dairy free. Someone being a smartass, you know who you are. And it is. They have oat milk and all of that. Trader Joe's has these little mini oat milk chocolate bars that come in a 4-pack, and those are good because it's like you
Well,
want a little.
we can do dark chocolate. We just can't do milk
Yeah,
chocolate.
I know it's better for you, but I'm not a dark chocolate cow.
No dairy.
But I love Swedish fish and I love sour gummies, even though I haven't had a ton of them lately. But I think your mom got me this 20-pound bag of Swedish fish that I think I finally found the
Yeah,
bottom
it's
of
still in
this
there.
week. And I am just been red 40ing myself through the roof over here. But
I like a s'more. I'm down for a s'more.
I
We
love
actually
that.
did them a couple times in Chicago. I wish we did them
Yeah,
more.
I do love a s'more.
Yeah.
I just love a little treat. Sometimes like a little snack, and my Coke Zero is my little treat of the day. But
Yeah.
you can always bring me home a treat, no matter what. I'll receive it. Someone asked, what is a fun date night for you?
Usually it just is like dinner. I think we just enjoy sitting at dinner and eating. Like I take it back. I like, and Kourt actually literally said this right before we came on this podcast. Driving to Morongo, having dinner there, gambling, and coming back would
Yes.
be her perfect date night.
So I just
She
love,
wanted to go to Cielo tonight.
yeah, I just love competition. So if we can go bowling, if we can play pool, if there's bar trivia, even better. Any
Bar trivia
little
would be a good one.
any
Yeah.
little game that I can play, or if there's a game on, love that. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Dinner. Let's watch Traders after.
Oh, traders tonight.
Let's
Let's go.
do it. Puzzle. Give me a puzzle. I love it.
Yeah.
But I think a mini golf.
Oh, mini golf's a good one. We like mini golf. You
I'll
like going to the
Yeah.
we like going to the arcade, messing around the arcade.
We don't mess around in the arcade, but we play in the arcade.
Well, same.
But like, give me a competition. It just
Right.
makes it more fun, I think. Even
Yeah.
though we talked last week about how it's not always the best thing, but
I mean,
I don't
kind of off the fun. Like, I think we do like going and working out together, like going and doing like workout classes and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
that's
So,
fun. I think I give extra effort when you're in the class.
right.
Trying to show off.
Same.
Oh, you
The
do?
last thing I want to do is like quit in
Get
front
out.
of you.
Yeah, well, you did quit. I have like a
Oh.
little sprout going on back here, so I have a little alfalfa. You did quit in one class. You walked outside and had to
I almost
regroup.
puked.
Yeah. It kind of made me feel cool because I'm thinking I am
It was
in
like what,
it was body in Scottsdale.
yeah.
And I
God,
effing loved that class.
I hated it.
But it's a CrossFit style. It's not the extreme CrossFit where you're hitting your something with a sledgehammer. I mean, you
I
actually
know
there are hammer-
we were hitting a tire with a
Oh yeah, you were
sledgehammer.
doing tire hits, with a
And then we
sledgehammer.
were doing like box jumps on the tire and then hitting. I was like,
No, the one thing
I'm gonna
that
pass out.
gets me in body is the inverted push-ups. I don't know why I can't. The blood rushes to my head. I can't do anything upside down. So they want you to put your feet on this massive semi-truck tire and then go down to the ground. So you're at a decline, and I can't do it. I feel like my head just turns purple, and that's my weakness. But we actually were sledgehammering a tire. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
I almost puked.
But I think that I am in shape for an hour-long workout class, and beyond that, I am the most out of shape, but I am in shape. If you ever want to invite me to a class pass, I'm down.
There was only one other class that I walked out of, and it was a Bikram yoga class that we went to.
Oh
And I
yeah,
like walked outside. I was like, this is miserable.
true.
But I don't think I ate anything like all day.
Yeah, those
So
are
I thought I
tough.
was gonna pass out.
Those are tough. Okay, we'll do 2 more, so I don't wanna
Okay.
go too long, and then if a few of these, we'll toss on the next one. Um, Marriage advice. Someone said before and after kids, but I think it could be the same. It should be the same.
Marriage advice. Uh, just adaptability. I think you're not always gonna have things play out the way that you picture it in your brain. So don't worry about, I mean, obviously you want to plan things and you want to have an idea of what's going on, but usually it never goes to plan. So the ability to be flexible and adaptable and move things around, I think is very important.
Roll with the punches.
Yeah.
I like that. I think I always love when people say to never stop dating. I think that's important. Always make time, prioritize your partner. I will say it's like a struggle that I have, but try to not lose yourself in your marriage. Um, because obviously they chose you to marry for a reason. So shouldn't become one person. Obviously, you're gonna take on some of the other person's hobbies and likes and interests, but I think staying yourself. And then I think with kids too, the same, like keep prioritizing your marriage as well. Obviously, you're prioritizing a
Oops.
little peanut. What's going on over there? Are you hitting a pot and pan under the
The mic
table?
It's the mic stand.
Oh, okay.
I think one thing that we do that maybe we don't give 'em enough credit for is we go on, like, a daily, at least a mile walk, couple mile walk,
Hmm.
and I feel like that 20 to 40 minutes is sometimes where we have our best conversations and where we plan stuff out and talk about what we need to do, what we should do, or things that are going
Yeah,
good for us or things
it's
that we need to
easy
change. It
to
makes the
get
conversation like you can't go anywhere. There's no screens, there's no other
can't
rooms. It's like
can't hide.
you're on the walk, and I think those have been really good for us, and we do them every day. I love them.
Before I get to the last one, someone said a new mom trying to balance overconsumption with the holidays just passing. What do you guys do for Bo for Valentine's Day? Probably oh, he painted little Valentines. That
Yeah,
was cute. In terms of Valentine stuff, he last year had a little Valentine's outfit that he got. He doesn't do candy or sweets or juice or anything like that.
I know, it was
So,
Bo had his first dentist appointment, and our dentist who she comes in and she goes, "Okay, like, try to avoid the juices, try to avoid, like,
I'm like, "Oh, we're
soda,"
crushing
and we're
it."
like, "Wait, what?" Like, he doesn't drink juice. He literally only drinks water and milk.
Yeah,
So,
so I think that and it's same with, like, his Easter basket, I just kept it very simple last year. I think he got a little Prayer book and a bunny and maybe a thing of crayons. I think simple. I think and we try to do simple with the holidays, and obviously relatives wanna spoil him and all of that, but I think keeping it simple and, like, the message of the holidays is probably the best advice. Obviously, Christmas and holidays being together is the most important thing. Valentine's Day, demonstrating love, like, showing healthy relationship to your kid, and, like, it shouldn't obviously, people are like, "Oh, Valentine's Day is the hallmark, you know, consumer holiday and all that," but I think the message can be the most important thing, and a little treat. A little treat goes
I
a long way, guys.
I think I would say this real quick before we wrap up.
Oh, and write a card. We've been doing that where we write a card for him, and we're gonna seal them all up, and then he's gonna be like, "Why the hell am I have to read all these cards that I'm 18?" But
Right.
right now, it's sweet to write little messages for
I
the
would say
holiday.
just make sure because they're so young and not sure how much they're gonna remember, but make sure the holiday's about him and you're not doing a bunch of stuff for you. Like, "Oh, we gotta get
On
this
Instagram
photo
and show
shoot and we
yeah.
gotta do this and we got and it becomes more about like what we want and less about like,
Yeah.
okay, like let's make sure he knows the holiday, experiences the holiday, has some sort of experience of it, but we're not like overkill on things
Taking
because we're trying to overplay it for him
yeah.
because it's what we want."
Last year, it was so cute. He had a little onesie that he got, I think from your mom and dad,
Mhm.
and then you sent me flowers that you ordered from Karina's sister, and then we did a little, like set him on the counter with him, and he was just laughing and laughing, and it was like he had given me flowers, and it was really sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think some people go overboard, but for now, I don't go overboard.
Not yet.
We'll see. And then I have to laugh because there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people asking about baby number 2. Rude. I'm just kidding. I'm not answering that. No, I don't know. I'm not going to put a time on it. It's a little much, but that was a very popular one. So people must enjoy seeing their beau content on social media and want more. So that's very sweet of you guys.
It'd be great to have another little beau run around.
Yeah. We'll keep you posted, but
will you?
I
You didn't
know.
tell anyone you're pregnant till you're like 6 months.
I know. That was kind of fun. But then it felt like I was pregnant on my own for a very long time because no one knew. It's very isolating. But that's going to do it for today's episode, guys. We made it. We made it through. Hopefully we helped you in your personal life. But subscribe on our YouTube
Hopefully we
channel.
helped you learn more about us.
No, I think we're a very inspirational couple. Someone did say that on here. You're a very inspirational couple.
Oh,
How do you?
well,
We'll answer
sweet.
that another day. Click subscribe on YouTube and on Apple and Spotify so you don't miss an episode. Thank you all so much for listening. Happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy it. And we'll talk to y'all next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bum 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 bum.